Now, this is an interesting thing. This is kind of like Felix and Oscar. The Odd Couple. Who would think that you would have a bevy of a semi-truckload of percussion instruments accompanied by, the shoes and the plie and the tutus. I'm assuming there's going to be some tutu action going on. Nick Dragga from Ballet Lubbock, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, what is going on with it? This is like a non-traditional thing, and there's a lot of talk on the street about this. People are going bonkers over this because they're saying, blaspheme, percussion and ballet. It's like oil and water.
No, I think it's fabulous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, tell us about it.
Well, I don't know if it's oil and water. We're
real excited. No, that's the perception because it's an unlikely pair.
Well, yes, I think we're real excited about it. It's collaboration with the Texas Tech School of Music percussion ensembles. So, and this is actually an idea that started in about 3 years ago. So, we at the ballet love live music. So we thought what would be cooler than some live percussionists because it's all about the music. And Yvonne's here, and she can really kind of tell you about kind of how it all worked. So I'm trying to tell them what Percussion Pointe is, and we've gotten to
because this is a new concept for people. Usually you think classical music with ballet.
Yes. We actually had our first rehearsal last night on stage, and it was loud, but it was awesome. I don't think I've ever seen that many musicians, even in our Nutcracker. That was impressive. But it went great. It was neat for the dancers to have them on stage. It's a completely different feeling. But it was extremely energetic, and working together, it was really good. Alan and Lisa are amazing. So
is this one of those situations where you get the dancers out there, and, when people are like, thriving on the beat and the bass? I mean, is it one of those things where it's just kind of like gets the adrenaline pumping and flowing, and they're out there and it's just intense?
Absolutely, yes. And also what's neat about it is that each piece is different. Like the first piece is just going to blow people away. And then the second piece is much more calm. It's much more an adagio feel. And then the third piece goes back up again with drums. So it's just up and down, and every piece is different. There's ballet, there's modern, there's a little bit of jazz, neoclassical. So it's a taste for everybody.
So, and it's kind of the full arsenal of percussion equipment. The drum line's there. We've got some pieces that's just marimbas. The first piece she was talking about, the glory and the grandeur, I think uses, I think it's like 50 or 60 different percussion instruments.
Really?
Cool. Yeah. It's
who knew that there were 50 or 60 different ones,
Really?
Yeah, if there's something out there, they hit it.
Yeah.
So it's
So not only is this something for people who love ballet to come and see, but also people who are in percussion.
Oh, absolutely.
High school percussionists. This would be a great opportunity for them to come and see a different venue for percussion instruments.
Yeah, I would say anybody who's involved in band would love it. To see how the two can come together, they would definitely enjoy it.
And that's, I think, kind of how the this concept really got started. Is we thought, hey, let's do ballet and percussion, and that it was sort of as simple as that. And we're like, yeah, we think ballet is cool, we think drums are cool, so let's put them together. So then, Lisa Rogers, Dr. Lisa Rogers, and Alan Shin are the percussion faculty at Texas Tech.
Go figure.
So you're right. So and they're rock stars. So they kind of came with sort of a short list of pieces they thought were cool, and they gave them to Yvonne, and Yvonne kind of said, "Okay, I like this. What about this?" And then kind of a lot of back and forth, and kind of came up with the program. But I think it definitely started with the music that we all wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yvonne, what is your actual function with Ballet Lubbock? Are you like what?
I'm the artistic director.
Okay. That's a pretty big deal when it comes to ballet.
Yeah.
Kind of essential, yeah.
Yeah.
That means, I guess, that you're in the middle of just about everything.
Yeah, well, Nick does the business and I do the artistic, and then we have the two come together between the two of us. Just run the curriculum of the whole school and the company and the choreography and getting all the classes taught and how the way I would like to have them taught, and making sure from the 3-year-olds up to the company, they're being trained well.
Okay, Laura, this is probably none of my business, and, it's coming out of the blue. I'm just kind of wondering, are you guys Are you guys dancers yourself? Because you guys both look like you're in
Yvonne is.
pretty fit shape.
Yvonne is a wonderful dancer. I am the antithesis of that. I am not a dancer. Don't play one on TV, and that is good for all parties.
Training wheels are still on the bike.
Yeah.
But I can't even look at a financial budget to save my life. So we
You're
make a
good
good
pair.
team. Yeah. But yes, I was a professional dancer for many years.
Nice. Okay. How do we get tickets?
Yeah. Where and when is the show?
Show is this Friday and Saturday, April 10 and 11, both at 7 p.m. And tickets are available through Select-A-Seat, Lubbock.com, 770-2000, or go to balletlubbock.org and click on the first big kind of red button you see, and that'll get you tickets.
And it's at the Civic Center.
At the Civic Center. So it's going to be, it's a cool
Do you have
spot.
any guest artists coming in, or is this all Lubbock?
We actually, well, what's kind of cool about it, the guest artists are actually former Ballet Lubbock dancers,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is neat. We have Angela Lee, who is at the University of Utah on a scholarship with the Modern Dance Department. She's going to come back in and do a solo. Barbara Ruth Vinson, who is now presently a year-round student at School of American Ballet in New York City. She's going to come back and dance. We have two male guest artists, Marcos and Frankie, and they're dancing with us. And then Bashan Williams, who's also a former dancer with Ballet Lubbock, and he's dancing professionally in Salt Lake City. He choreographed one of the solos. And then the main guest artists, I would say, are the choreographers, because there's 9 different pieces, and they're all choreographed by different choreographers that we brought in to work with the dancers from L.A., from New York, from TCU. So that's really, I would say, the main guest artist.
And what a fabulous opportunity for your students.
Incredible educational and artistic
Because
experience.
that's hard here in Lubbock, Texas, to give dancers some of that from New York
Yeah.
and L.A., and so you have to bring them in.
Yes, and also it's neat for us to collaborate with Tech, not only percussion, but Genevieve and Nicole, who are professors of dance at Tech, also choreograph.
Yeah, they
I
do a
kinda,
good job.
kind of had a question about your choreographers. You have 9 different people that you're bringing in. So does this mean you kind of have like people are kind of prepped to a point, and then these guys come in and it's just like hard and fast crash course, and we're gonna work, and you pull it together?
And that really is the norm, pretty much in ballet. That's why we're incredibly smart. That it is the norm. You bring a guest choreographer in, and they work with you, and they expect you to know what we all speak the same language. So the dancers know they're ready to go.
What's the timetable when they come in? I mean,
It depends. A lot of time, most of the times,
on this deal.
like 3-4 days.
Wow.
Edward Truitt came in, and he's in Amarillo or West Texas, so it was easier from Canyon for him to come in and just drive in. But Philip and Talisa came in from LA, and were just there for like 3, and the dancers literally put in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all day, like
Wow.
8 hours all day dancing. So that's usually what it entailed. We had Danny from New York come in for 4 days, and he just worked with them all day. So
When you have these people come in and everything, and you're doing these like intense sessions, do you ever like videotape these things so they can go back and watch them again and again and again?
Oh, absolutely. You have to. There's so much going on. I mean, and we're, some of it was done in August, and then we had Nutcracker, so we had to remember what was done in August, and it was throughout the year. We had to work with their schedules also. You have to make sure who's available and this month and that month. So yes, we definitely videotape, and we had the lighting designer come in when that guest choreographer was there, so he could see what they were doing. So it's a huge collaboration.
We actually did, at rehearsal yesterday, we did a Skype rehearsal with Elizabeth.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So she's at TCU, so she could watch the rehearsal of her piece. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of machinations going on.
Interesting.
That's cool. Well, it'll be a fabulous show.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, love having you guys. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
All
for
right,
having us.
Ballet Lubbock. What's the name of the show again?
Percussion Pointe.
Percussion Pointe. Get your tickets at
This
Select-A-Seat.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, 770-2000.